Welcome to this episode of the Indy and Doctor podcast. We have a special guest. His name is Babbulicious.
Hello, Sri Akaal. Thank you guys.
How you doing?
My first time
I would.
talking to you guys.
Yeah.
First
Okay,
time.
okay,
I
guys,
didn't
jealous.
see you
Mera
guys.
friend hai. That's nice.
Mera friend hai.
That's nice.
Pehla. Thank you. Yeah.
You guys already met. You and Doctor already met. Done this before. Well, not podcasting.
He repaired my had a messed up throat. He went and fixed it. He's a doctor. I was trying to make a doctor.
I was gonna say like we can take it there if you want to.
No, sorry, it wasn't supposed to be that. My bad.
How do you do that? With things inserted?
Sorry.
No?
You guys are
You
taking.
guys
are taking it
Ganda
another
hai.
way.
Bahut
Right? It's
ganda
supposed to
hai.
be a funny
Exactly.
little joke that we go back.
I got it.
Family doctor. No, we met in 2013.
13. He hosted
We
the Bhangra Showdown.
Bhangra Showdown in Hammersmith Apollo, London,
Correct.
London, UK,
Canada.
and then
UK.
me, Jasmeet and Rupin came to Birmingham just to hang out. I think.
So there was the after party at TBS.
Yeah.
You guys were in a private area. We had won TBS that year.
What's
Okay.
TBS?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, the Bhangra Showdown.
Yeah.
And so Birmingham were the champion. Shout out to Yobi.
Yeah.
And
Shout
I
out
wrote
to Garrett himself.
Shout
Yeah.
out to myself. I wrote a message on my phone because it's
Yeah.
too loud. You couldn't speak to each other. I said, I showed it to Babbu. I said, if you come to Birmingham, call me. I'll look after you. That's literally what I did. And then thought nothing of it. And then like 5 days later or 3 days later, whatever, he just messaged like, yo, we're here. The Dragon Inn, which is in...
He has no memory
Chinese
of
Quarter.
this.
Huh?
It was in a Chinese Quarter. It was snowing. You guys rang and I came to pick you up with my other friend.
Is Dragon in a hotel?
It's like a pub restaurant.
Oh, okay.
And we picked you up from there. Then we went to Mailbox.
Right. Yeah.
He's
And
up
I
in
know.
the-
I think. Do you guys say you guys is res or something?
Nay, you did come over, but you didn't stay.
Oh no, we didn't stay. Sorry, we were hanging out there.
We were hanging out
Okay,
there.
yeah.
And
I remember all that.
that's how we met. But there was another day. No, you came to the halls, the student halls. Then we had a snow fight with the people. There were a couple of Canadians there. You guys actually recognized the
He has
Canadians.
no memory of
Yeah,
this.
this is the photo we put in the
This
WhatsApp
is the
group.
most glazed look
Any
I've seen in a
photos or
guest.
videos you have, send them because I'm
Oh.
like drawing a blank, legit. I'm sorry.
But that was a very surreal moment for us.
All right. Well,
This is. So yeah, that's how Babbu and I know each other.
yeah.
So Babbu, we want to take you through a journey,
Yeah.
the history of Babbu up until
I
now.
need to get my muchan
You can
half-
try.
half
get it
as
there.
kundiyan as his. Or
I have
anything.
some more tracks if you want it. It's up to you.
It never really sticks, but go on.
I know that feeling. So, only place to start is
Yeah.
the beginning, which
Right.
is the Jus Reign era,
Oh,
which
what?
I know you love talking
I never
about.
knew you were gonna ask that question.
So
That's
let me get
a
all the hacky
curveball.
questions out the way
Sure.
first. Hacky question number one:
Anji.
did you know the tie jacket would be such a big deal?
No, had no idea. It. You never know. Nothing. You can never plan anything. I think. Like you'll never know what works, and you never like. You can anticipate something working, and it won't. And you can just do something just cause, and you know it takes a whole life of its own. So with the tie jacket, it was just a jacket amongst like 3 other jackets that were like, which jacket looks funnier,
In
which jacket looks more
circulation.
interesting. There was like a green LRG, if you remember the company LRG jacket.
Okay.
There's this tie jacket, and there's probably like another like.
How did you guys get that jacket? Like we don't obviously Tide is is it a what is it, a washing powder brand?
Yeah.
So they were giving that away like with a bag of washing
no,
powder.
No. So if you're in North America, I don't know how far the trend spread, but overall the fashion sense in like the early to mid 2000s was very baggy clothes. Did you guys have?
It's come back now. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
but like baggier, right?
The
Oversized.
rockaware trend and all that stuff.
Yeah, rockwear, the academics, 555 Soul. I'm trying to name all of them. Anyway,
This is literally all hip hop.
so like all these super like hip hop influence like brands and whatnot were the rage and huge clothes, and also in that there was NASCAR jackets,
Yes.
which were
Acha.
also in the rage.
And very bright in color.
Yeah, so if you look at there's a music video with by Ghostface Killah called Mighty Healthy.
Okay.
In that music video, I only know this is like after the fact, but like throughout the whole video, he's wearing like a company called DuPont, like their NASCAR jacket.
Yeah.
Then he's also wearing a tie jacket, like while driving a car. So, which I didn't know until afterwards. But so the Rage was wearing big NASCAR jackets, like that was like the same way, like let's say, I don't know, like the way it's just.
But it's a thing at the
it was a
time,
thing.
yeah.
So my brother just got the tie jacket just because he was, trying to be with that. Yeah, he's trying to be with that like
Cool guy.
Yeah, he's like, I want to get a tie. I was like, I want to get a NASCAR jacket. The ones in store were mainly like this company. Do you guys have Home Depot out here?
Yeah, we've heard of
Similar
it. But
Right,
not a
it's
big
like
deal
a
here.
warehouse, like a builder store. There's that. There's an M&M's collab like jacket. Like whoever sponsored that driver would like they had a jacket of their
Branding.
own.
Yeah.
And then my brother before online shopping was like common, like he's like, let me get a jacket that looks like, because like those you couldn't get in the store. They only had a few that were in the store.
Okay.
And then the other ones he like special ordered from like the NASCAR website, and he got this tie jacket, and wore it normally just like like at parties, and like he said like it did well for him in terms of like catching people's eyes and whatnot, and it was just the back of the closet for like years just sitting there. And then Jasmeet came over. He's like, "Yo, I'm doing like a brown, like most annoying brown guys."
Yep.
And then he's like, "I filmed this guy. I'm gonna do this guy." He's like, "I want you to be like the Brampton like
Gangster.
annoying guy, right? Yeah, gangster guy." And then he's like, "What outfit? What clothes do you have that like are big and baggy?" I'm like, "All right." So literally, we went to the closet. And I'm like, "Yo, what about this jacket?" He's like, "I'm like this." He's like, "Let's do that one." And that was it.
That was it.
Set in stone. Iconic.
Simple. Long story long.
And then hacky question number 2. How did you and Jasmeet meet?
We met through a mutual friend that was cousins with Jasmeet. So, and then they both knew that like we were into like comedy and like acting and doing silly things. So, yeah, we met through them and we hung out. We got along, but we didn't film anything until like a couple years later.
Oh, so you actually became like friends?
We're friends first. I think it was more like we were part of like the same community circle. Like we were all kind of doing like similar things. And he started doing his skits. And then at one point he's like, "Yo, you want to be in a skit?" I'm like, "Sure." And then the first one we did was this one called, I think, "Where's My Cat?" I had a brand new kitten at the time, and it was really weird and kind of deranged, but that was the first one. And
also Rupan, when did Rupan come to the scene? How did that?
Rupan he went to school with Jasmeet in Guelph. University. So
school for you school was in like high school and
university. So university, they went to university together. I just say school. And
when you say school, I was like, oh, like they were
No. Sorry, school. They were in the same educated building that provided education.
I see.
Got it.
And that could range from
all the way from
here to there. So they went to uni together.
And
Jasmeet, I think, I don't know their story how they became friends, but I think Jasmeet just needed like a guy who's like desi and like
very fluent in Punjabi.
And then he just did his. I don't even remember the first video he was in.
Okay.
And then, Jasmeet started had all these like familiar characters that people liked. They like Rupan for his like crazy Punjabi and his mom stuff, and like he played Yo-Yo Maple Syrup Singh, which is hilarious too. So like he plays all these like
still on brand now if you think about it.
Yeah. I think he's collabed with the person he was playing with, acting as. So, but he had like these characters that were familiar, people liked.
As did you.
And
had your characters.
So like recurrent characters, like we all played different roles, and then we just kind of became like this little trio a little bit.
Magic.
Okay, those are the hacky questions out of the way.
Sure.
This
now
is where it
questions.
gets actually like real.
Serious
People think
question.
that when you are filming content with you, Jasmeet, Rupan, etc., that's your full-time job. I'm assuming it was or wasn't.
For me, it wasn't. No,
Okay.
It was just like a fun little thing at the time.
And you were doing like other stuff on the side, like normal jobs.
Yeah, no. So Jasmeet was his official thing, like just doing comedy. And videos. For me, I liked doing it. I never liked being in charge of it. So
turn up, shoot, go.
Well, yeah. So like that's where it's like it's hard for me to be like, all right, this is the skit I want to do. Let me get this person involved. This person, yo, can you film it?
Storyboarding.
Yeah. So to me, I felt like the way if I have to ask a lot of people, I have to involve a lot of people. To me, it becomes kind of overwhelming, and I'm like, and I'm like, it feels like I'm like, and I don't even know if it's gonna be good or not. So like I'm overthinking all these things. Where it just means like, yo, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna shoot it myself. I'm gonna set the camera up, and Jasmeet's really good at also playing like 4 different characters in like one room, like and chop it up kind of thing. Whereas
like he gets the back and forth kind of thing.
Yeah, like he can play like an uncle in one scene, and then like he could play his dad in one scene, and slip the camera over and play himself and get the reactions. And people do that now with TikTok, and like they could play multiple characters.
Yeah, but this is pre that time.
Right. But a lot. I mean, that was kind of like the go-to for YouTube. Like a lot of people just played the multiple characters. I just found that to be hard to do, and so I just never really pursued like comedy or like YouTube skits for my own
Yeah.
in my own way, right?
We like being the characters, acting, performing.
Yeah. Jasmeet was really good at designing the world, and then like he's like, "Yo, can you do this? Pull this voice out. Like, remember that guy? He's like, remember you used to do this? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, try doing more like that.
So all the direction was coming primarily from him.
Well, yeah. So like I like the characters. I would like when we're just hanging out, I would do a bunch of characters and like do impressions and whatnot, and we'll die laughing at like the crazy impressions that we will do, right?
There must have been like numerous shots you have to do again and again because you came up with the ad. And then you just crack up laughing.
Well, the thing is, that's the thing. It's like when you're like good at like you have all these like I remember we're at a dinner and then we're just pretending to be like these like sleazy like businessmen that like would go to like Asian countries and like
pretending
and like you know like I just had a great quarter and you know just like talk about being like cheating on their wives with like going to Asian countries and just like these stupid things that just like come out of nowhere and like and those aren't even part of a skit or anything. We'll just like bank it and then like it'll come back later like
and then you use that bit
or like we'll see a guy and then like at a whatever it is. I'm just saying like we kind of like gather these characters and then when it feels right we'll like he'll be like, yo, remember that voice he did or remember this, let's try it. And then but mainly just me design those things and like even like the call uncle or the tie jacket guy, like for the most part, like I knew the voice, I did the character, but he would put me in the situation to like say the things.
And you knew the lines to say, or did you just come out with it like
we
on
would
the spot?
we would wing it a lot of times. Like we would just say things and it's a lot of it was improv, but there's direction throughout it. But it would
big
be
picture.
Like and if you'd be like, yo, say this specific thing, then we'll do it. But a lot of it was just you wanged it.
Indy, when these guys were here, we actually went to this dinner at Pizza Express at the Mailbox, and we were just having like they said, like a random conversation. We started talking about Desi people and Dawaiyan, and Jasmeet at that point just pulls out this little black book, and he's like, keep speaking, and he just starts making notes.
Oh wow, did he?
And that became the video about Desi medicine, and then there's a little bit picture of me at the end of it. He's like, thank you to this. But talking about the process, like these guys were always switched on, and just
always thinking about it.
Always thinking about content. We're not that organized.
We're not there. No. So,
you asked what my job was.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So outside of that, I would do, like my trade is design and graphic design and film and marketing and advertising. My brother, you saw him walking around, with a tan jacket. That's my brother. We haven't had, I guess, still, but a creative agency in which we do stuff for other people, other clients. So, that's my like foundation. So
that's the stuff that pays the bills.
At the time, that's stuff that was like.
Obviously, it's different now, but at the time, There you go. You got to start off doing things with like a little side hustle, man. We get it. All right, so that leads to Nach, Billo and Geeta Brothers.
Yeah.
So Nach, Billo, was that the first kind of unserious music attempt? Was this just something that just came out randomly?
Yeah, I don't remember I'm very bad at.
I watched the video yesterday. It was
memories.
Flipping hilarious, man.
Yeah, I don't remember how it came about, but I remember that verse. I freestyled the whole thing, like from like the top, and there's one part where I messed up, and then I fixed the rest. But I remember we were in Fateh's like studio, and I just freestyled the whole like most of the whole thing, and then the end I switched. I fixed it, but. Yeah, Jasmeet is always crazy with like making, like he's insanely talented musically, right? Like he grew up classically trained in tabla and maybe singing, but I don't know to what extent. But his singing is insane. So like, he just like always has like great musical ideas, and he's like, yeah, I just want to do it. And he's done a bunch of other crazy music, like other songs, and covers. But like, I remember Swag song.
I remember Swag. I remember Hoji Punga. I remember all of it, man.
Hoji Punga.
I think was I on that too? I don't remember.
Hoji Punga.
I was in the video.
I think that was Rupan.
Okay, yeah, I think it was in the video.
Yeah.
I think I maybe had like some voiceover on it or something. I don't know. But yeah, Nach Billo was like the first like non-serious music parody.
And then you thought, let's make Geeta Brothers and make it into a proper thing. Well, you guys came and toured in the UK.
Yeah, Geeta Brothers was like it formed again. It wasn't like, hey, let's do this. It just happened again. Like everything kind of just happens, and then it clicks, and then like, all right, we can do it. Like we're at a shopping mall and during Christmas time, and there's just Christmas music playing, and we're just like walking around, and And then at one point, Jasmeet's looking. There's like a balcony thing, and Jasmeet's looking down, like at the floor. Like it's like open, and you can see like the floor below. And he's just like singing to this Asian man who has his baby in a stroller kind of thing. Jasmeet singing like some Christmas song that he's making up with like in Punjabi as we're listening. He's like Christmas or something. I don't know what he's doing, but he's just singing to this like just full out, just like hand motions and everything. Like, and then we just started dying laughing and walking around the mall, just like saying stupid Christmas ideas and like thinking of anything, and we're just laughing. And then the following year we did Geeta Brothers.
It's born out of that.
Yeah.
And then you had Mickey Singh appear in the video as well, which was
nice touch.
that was like pre-Mickey being phone Mickey, where he really blew up.
I think it was like right before that. But Mickey had forgot the song. He had that one song. Mickey was on his first run, essentially, where like he was like someone, and like he was like the first Punjabi pop, I would say, guy that was like that really like, you know. So yeah, he was on a run, and it was crazy that he was like, yeah, I'm down to do it, and he just did it. It was great. It was hilarious. He was so like down with it. He didn't care at all.
He did it so well. I watched it and I was like, years on, I thought, oh my God, that's Mickey Singh. Like I didn't realize in the moment
at the time.
And you watch it back, you know, Christmas tradition, you put it on, you watch all the videos, which I'm sure you get tagged in every year. Like, oh my God, Babbu, it's Christmas time.
I post it every year, and I'm like, annual post.
Obviously. Free piece of content, man. You may as well reuse it. And then that led to the tour over here. How did that come about?
Which
touring
one?
Here in the UK.
UK tour?
Full Geeta tour.
Yeah, we toured in Canada. We did a couple. I think one year we did just one show in Brampton, and the following year we did, I think, Brampton, I think Edmonton or Calgary, and then Vancouver, and then we're like, yeah, let's tour in the UK as well, because like I think we just like it here. And then
after TBS and seeing Guttern, you thought may as well we'll come back again.
And then so the thing with Jasmeet, and I love him, but the part that me and do you meet Chaps? No, you
Chaps,
Rick, his manager, like
no.
Ricky Chaps. Anyways, the things that we're like that always grinds our gears with Jasmeet is that he loves spontaneity and like real randomly, like let's tour. And like it was in October, and then we're planning our tour. Like not even just like going like doing a club show or anything. It's
good timing.
Literally planning like a musical, like a full out musical.
Yeah.
Like in like you know, had we planned just maybe like a month or two earlier, we probably would have been a bit more like organized. But I mean, we're like, yo, let's just do it, and it was great overall. Like I think we did 6 shows.
Yeah.
Norway was randomly. We did Norway. It was like in like some small like restaurant thing. We did Glasgow, I think.
Nice.
And then Birmingham, 2 shows in London, and then Manchester, I think.
Yeah, my older brother was really excited to come see you guys, and he said they were really good.
Yeah.
And there was this one part where I think you call people on stage and you do like a song with them.
And
Jasmeet called up a kid that looked really small, but then he came on and he was massive.
Okay.
So we had to hold him, and he was like, I didn't predict this well. He's too heavy.
Yeah. I think he plays like maybe it's like he plays Santa, or I don't know.
I think it's that.
No, I think I don't remember what it was. He does something where he has this like kid like interact with them or give him a gift or. And then another thing was we would find like an uncle, like a sing uncle, and like they would be the Santa, and then we'd bring up them on stage. It was fun. It was really
beautiful,
fun.
Man. Beautiful. So that's you guys on the come up with the brown content scene at that time. We all watched your videos. I think I missed out on revising many times, watching all Jasmeet videos and you guys in it.
Yeah.
Was there other animosity between yourselves and other content creators in Canada as well at the same time on the come up?
I think I know where you're going with that, but
I mean, I'm not going to say
we kept it open.
I you know what? I think there was a lot of like politics at that. I mean, it was in the early 2010s. It was very like there was this like notion that only one person can exist, like or do well.
Yeah, crabs in a bucket.
Sure, yeah, and I don't think our intention ever was to be like only we or like just me or he can or we can exist.
Okay.
I think it just was like certain other people that kind of pinned people against other people, and like, you know, things just kind of happened in a way where like it just formed like some sort of like just animosity or like natural. It wasn't even a feud. It's just kind of just like, oh, I don't like their thing, or I don't like this, I don't like that, and we're better or this. You know, just like silly petty things. We're young, man. We're like not 19, but like early 20s kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So, things just kind of happen, just build up. Like imagine if one of your podcast mates like step it up, you're gonna be
Hey,
like,
he said
no.
mates. He's getting
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
If they
nice.
start stepping up, I'd be like, these guys, they're doing better than us. We got to fight back.
To be fair, me and Doctor, we took a lesson off that. So seeing the stuff that happened with everybody in the brown scene, when we were creating this, we wanted to try and collaborate with as many people as possible.
Yeah.
So we approached people on the come up, those who were bigger, saying, do you want to do things together?
Yeah.
And then we have like an annual thing where we invite other creators to
Right,
meet
right.
up, and then we all try and work with each other
Yeah.
and exchange ideas.
Right.
Because we don't want the same like animosity or anything to build
Yeah,
up or people feeling slighted.
it happens naturally. I think just as like a competition thing, no
course.
matter what field you're in, music or
Yeah, it's
comedy
true.
or
Work,
anything.
whatever,
Like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
there's always some sort of thing you
Competition.
might feel, and you may not want to even feel that or have that towards someone else. It just kind of,
But nothing came of it. It wasn't. It was just.
no, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like
It didn't turn into a beating in
It
the
was just
streets or
galan. That was
anything.
it. It was just.
for the most part. Yeah, nothing was like. Yeah.
Because when we all saw that video, again, this is at uni. Humble. That song. Buggy Bug.
Buggy.
Yeah.
And you guys are like. Most of you guys are all in that video. So we were like, oh, these guys must all just know each other. All the content creators must be cool. But then Baj, obviously, we were watching, like, oh, yeah, like his video. And then he's like calling out this guy.
Yeah.
But like you said, it was just being younger is obviously part of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then it just fizzled. Like, you just guys
It
got
just
older
fizzled.
and you were like,
it was just like it's just kind of like what's the best revenge is success.
No,
Is that the phrase? Or it's
yeah,
like
that is a phrase.
sometimes you just gotta like ignore things and just just
Do your thing.
do
Let
your
it
thing,
happen.
and just doing you like finding your own lane and doing well at it is like I don't know. I don't think you need to like beef with anybody. It's like if you're doing well in your own world, that's kind of all that matters.
and then, like you said, everyone gets older and they get wiser.
Yeah.
and it's just
Like it's all kind of fizzles out and like
Giga.
water under the bridge kind of thing.
Nice.
And then when Jasmeet stops his channel and things come to a halt, were you
Yeah.
surprised? Did you see it coming at all? Because obviously you
No.
were such a core part of it.
Yeah,
as well.
I didn't. Yeah, that was actually a very big shift for me because like all of the like my comedy outlet was through him, right? And yeah, I think it was 18 or 19, like literally just before COVID too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he stopped and like not
And
that
he
I was.
didn't make an announcement. I think you guys
No.
probably knew when you're like, oh,
I didn't even really know either.
been a
I
while.
know that he himself felt like he was chasing, like even in his personal life, felt like he was trying to chase something that really, that maybe he didn't like, could like chasing something you couldn't really get. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
that could be like status, or that could be like,
numbers.
1 million subs or
whatever.
whatever.
Yeah,
might be.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly, but I know that he was kind of like. The way he told me, he was like he felt like he wasn't being himself as much.
Yeah.
Authentic. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that only happened like towards the end of it, and he's like, I think I need to step back. And funny enough, I don't think he meant to stay back as long. I think COVID happened, and it just made it like
Easier to.
Yeah. And then throughout that time, he spent writing, and I think that was like the best thing that came out of it, right?
And
Like
obviously late bloomer. And,
he wrote a bunch, like he had a bunch of shows that he was writing overall, like ideas and things that were more bigger picture, not just like skits. They were like, all right, how can I make this a series, or can I make this idea like a movie or something? And so he spent a lot of time writing. But for me, like at that time, I would just do more like Instagram stories, or like if I'll post if I did something on Instagram. Everything I just did was Instagram stories, and if it did well, I would just post it as a post.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know what I wanted to do at that point, but but outside of the comedy things, I was in my brain, I was like, all right, comedy isn't as like, as I was saying before, like to set up a camera and to shoot myself like 3 different ways, or to get a bunch of people to shoot.
Yeah.
all the boring
Felt,
stuff.
Well, not even boring, like the production and like
The logistics.
Yeah, the bigger
work.
picture things
Yeah.
was like over like stressful to me to even think about.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, what's for me, I think the best thing to do is like focus on like art. Like I was doing like illustrations and some books, children's books and whatnot. That was my goal.
Okay.
And then doing Rajan and Bibi, the puppet stuff, right? Because that is still, I can still be characters, but I don't have to be in front of camera. And it's a production, but it's like I'm the only one that needs to like handle the production. Like I don't need to, you don't need to act in it. You don't need to be someone. Like it's just like literally 2 hands and 2 puppets, and that was it. So that's where like my
Your headspace.
plan was. Yeah.
So you've spoken a lot about Jasmeet there, but how was it for you? Like, did you feel like you had to step into this new realm of
That-
finding your next step?
And that's what I mean. That's exactly where it was. Where I was like, how do I continue comedy? And I was like, all right, Rajan and Bibi feels like the most natural progression for me, like alone. And then I essentially I didn't want to be in front of the camera as much anymore. That was where my headspace was.
But why was that? Outside of the logistics.
Yeah, I just felt like I was getting older, and I'm like, I don't want to be doing like.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
No,
now it's like,
I meant like I felt like I can't be doing like just like this
silliness,
uncle character or this character or tie jacket character. Like I'm like I don't want to do these anymore, kind of thing. And and like I'm like I don't know what else I can do that's comedy that's like front facing like for me, and. I was like, do I do like a variety show? Like I was thinking a bunch of things. I do a variety show. Do I do stand up? But I suck at stand up. So I was like, the thing I like the most is like Rajan and Bibi. Like that comedy thing was the best. That feels still even now feels the most natural for me to do. Like in terms of like a full little like a skit.
Yeah.
To do from start to finish. That's the easiest and clearest for me to do.
Well, that brings me to the next point perfectly, which is how did you come up with the Bibi and Rajan skits? How did that idea come to life?
Yeah, so kind of just through just through random. I remember it was just like I used to do it on Snapchat. I would just, and that's the thing where that's the part where I was like trying to like shift it where, on Snapchat I would do. Like I would like the same way Jasmeet would do multiple characters or people do
on one Vine days.
Yeah, but
I
just after Vine, like where so it was like I would be on one angle, I would pretend to be Rajan, like a kid, and then the next snap I would be on this angle, I would pretend to be the grandma, and then have this dialogue, and then I would do it and it was fine, and I'll edit it, but like I felt really weird pretending to be a kid and pretending to be a grandma, which I look nothing like either, right? Like I don't, and it's some people can throw on a wig.
A chutney can make things very different.
Yeah, okay. Like I've done that a bit. Like I think there's one Jus Reign skit. I think it was the weddings where I played a Bibi, where I literally had the glasses. I had the glasses and I had the chutney and everything, and that's kind of where like the Bibi, not where it started, but that's where like like I did the Bibi character prior to that, but that was like the visual of him. Like if I were to do it, like I don't want to be dressing up as a grandma and like and like I don't want to be dressing up as a kid. Like it just didn't look like. Look at me, I don't look like any. This
is creepy.
Yeah, so
you're like right in the middle. You're like I'm too old to be a Nyana.
Yeah,
I'm too young to be a Bibi.
And it's just awkward, right? And some people could do it well. For me, it just didn't feel right. So, again, through COVID and whatnot, I was like, I want to make this like an animation. Like that was my initial goal, was to do animation.
Probably could with the graphics background.
Yeah, but animation is like a different animal in itself. Like I can design the characters and I can manipulate maybe like mouth movement and things like that. Yeah. But to have like a full out like moving character and and with animation, it's like you can be very, very simple and just have like you could tell a great story with stick figures and like very basic mouth movement, or you can like have a fully developed scene with a background, foreground, and like detail and textures and all these different things where it's like I felt like if I wanted to do it, I wanted to do it like make it as like robust as possible, right? Like visually, but it's so much time to animate, and I respect animators like are crazy. They're
like even things like Across the Spider-Verse. I don't know if you're like into
yeah.
Seeing how long it's taken them to make
insane.
this new
like
film.
Like
to put time into it. Everyone's like, a couple years. They're like, no, maybe go longer.
I'm waiting for that third one. They're taking.
Everyone's waiting. Apparently, they said they're at a crossroads with the storyline.
Yeah,
they don't know where to take it, so they're like lost.
Yeah, he's a big Spidey fan.
Yeah,
every day.
I see the
Spider-Man Jordans. He respects it.
You're so happy now.
Absolutely.
So like while that was happening, I was like, all right, what can I do? And I started watching the Muppet Show.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, prior to that, I remember I was at like some library with my brother, and I had a puppet, and I started doing like a character, and my brother was tripping. I was like, yo, it looks so real. That's so funny.
You doing the voiceover?
Yeah, I was just doing a voice, and he was just like, yo, that's tripping me out. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And then that kind of like was like a foundation a little bit, and then I started watching the Muppet Show, and I was like, yo, puppets are really good. Like they're really you could do so much like
comedy.
And there's like so much physical comedy too with them, right?
Yeah.
So then I found some puppets that are online, just like regular. You could find like so many different puppets, and then my friend, she helped like make a chutney and like make like a suit for the BB, and I had these like this random. Have you ever seen this like Nahang Khalsa baby toy? Have you
Yeah.
seen like this doll? He's like a little, it's like white
I've not
baby.
seen it. No.
And it has like
Yeah,
a
but that's
huge damalla. Anyways, that
yeah.
one had like these glasses on. I'm like, took those glasses and put them on
Etapade.
BB, right? And yeah, like I got like foundation, like brown foundation, like made the puppets
Oh, I
darker
was gonna say
too.
because I didn't think Bibi would come in brown skin.
Yeah, so I had to. There's like mad customization.
Modification.
I had to do,
Yeah.
And then and that felt the most natural to do. And
Okay.
yeah, it took a little bit longer to like get the ball rolling of like how I wanted to do it. And yeah, like I wish I could spend more time on it. I was telling my pal over there, Gurman, that like it kind of like it. Not that it takes a long time, but you have to like commit a full like 2 days
Yeah.
kind of thing to for production and editing and things like that. So.
And the stories, where do they come from? What is the message you're trying to tell through Rajan and Bibi?
It's like with Rajan and Bibi, like I always like to me for everything, a lot of it comes from like nostalgia, right? Like like I see when I used to go to my cousin's house when I was younger, and like my grandma would be like, you know, making jar or like just vibing, and you hear the Saga radio have like this one specific shop, then it's like lo-fi and crackling.
Yeah.
And it just sounds, and it, you know, like you hear that instantly, it reminds me of that. So like all these different moments that like to me like felt like that. And even with my mom too, like seeing her, like my mom's in that character a lot as well. So and then the Rajan character came more from like I've seen like other cousins and how they act with their grandmas, and they're like they're you know, like jerks a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think
Nicely put.
so the two things. One is like how do you bridge it like two different generations of like a kid who's born here and then a grandma who's from back home and lives here now, and then you have
But that's
to, like,
you, right? Like you are that person who bridges between that gap. If you
yeah,
think about it.
yeah. But I mean, I'm not a jerk.
I
But-
mean, maybe growing up, all of us were a little bit jerky.
Yeah, but
As kids.
so yeah, so just finding that, and then like, just how do they connect? Like, how can they? What's their similar experience? What can they find similarities on? And often there's more differences with Rajan but it's also like Rajan is in my brain. He's like a misunderstood kid because like you can't blame a kid for being a jerk because you know it's kind of like how the parent teaches them like respect and like how the
Blame the
lessons they
parents.
teach them, right? So there's often times where have you seen the movie? I think Bhagavan. I think with
Treat your parents well.
yeah, like,
yeah.
Like me and Jasmeet used to we did
You did about.
we used to use those we did.
Have you seen this, Indy?
I haven't seen it. No.
It's a movie where like the parents are like
Amitabh Bachchan.
yeah, Meet the Bachchan, someone I don't know the character names, but they're supposed to like
There's 4 kids.
yeah.
And the kids are like, we're going to share the parents. So this is
Yeah.
what they do. The parents retire, really wealthy. Instead of letting the parents stay together, they're like, you stay with me for 6 months and you stay with me for 6 months.
Oh,
They split
okay.
up their
But
parents.
the mom's staying at this family
Yeah.
and the dad's staying at this family.
Yeah.
And then you can see how like they act with their mom or their dad.
Really
It's like,
disrespectful. And
buddy, yo, dad, I don't know if you, I'm a $1 billion corporation. Dad, just me did that bit. And I was like, my
and he sits at the the head of the table and he goes, you can't sit there.
Yeah, all this stupid stuff. Like that's like over like dramatic with it, but like
Bollywood.
some like if you had a kid in that situation, he would see like, oh, you're treating your like he wouldn't know that, hey, you're treating your own dad or mom
Poorly,
like poorly, but they're just gonna take the cues that they learned from their own parent. So it's kind of like that, and that obviously it's a crazy extreme, but so yeah, and it's like at the end of the day, the kid is also misunderstood. He's not like fully aware
jerk.
that
Yeah,
he's being a jerk.
Yeah.
It's kind of like his surroundings, and it's kind of like he still has a heart at the end of the day. Like I try to make it where like there's like some like lessons that he'll
Hope.
learn.
There's a little bit of like
there's hope. There's always
learning.
there's a light. There's a hope, right?
You
But
can't just have
obviously,
him being this absolute
yeah,
dickhead.
yeah. So yeah, like there's times where like BB might be a jerk, but it's like very subtle and you won't realize. Like there's one skit. I
Oh no,
did.
we realize, bro. We all know the cues of when your Bibi's being a little bit OTT.
Yeah, there's one skit. I'll just quickly go over it where like Rajan is like in bed and he's watching Avengers or something, and like he was supposed to go on a date with a girl and she kind of like stood him up or something, and he's like sad, depressed, watching like Avengers in his room. And then BB's response is "Koi nahi pat tu hor kudi la bla," right? Like that's it. No like oh it's okay,
No
we'll get
empathy.
over it. Yeah, it's just kind of like
Plenty
when
more
you
fish in the sea.
and that's a very like subtle thing that like parents will do. Like oh like there's kind of like gloss over like the issue and it's like oh you free like
Or the more like something bad will happen. ਭਲੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ.
Yeah,
ਰੱਬ
sure.
ਨੂੰ, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't
And
help
you're
me in this
sitting there like,
situation.
I don't want to hear this right now.
Doesn't help me
I'm in
now.
pain.
Yeah. Like I
Coming
get
on
it in
5
the
years.
grand scheme of things,
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
so yeah, like Bibi's not a jerk, but there's elements where like she kind of will like will just like gloss over like a feeling of a kid who's like trying to like open up, right? So getting emotional.
Is Rajan like a reflection of kids being entitled today? Would you say?
I think so. I think there's, again, it comes down to that parent, right? Like there's oftentimes parents will like spoil a kid and just like give them all the tech and toys and the newest things and like that's the discipline isn't like I guess they're just more spoiled, and then kids kind of, I don't know, I think they react in certain ways. I don't know. I haven't seen too many kids. I don't know, man.
You must have nephews and
Figure it
nieces or
out,
something.
man.
Like,
I don't know, man. Shit. I don't want to get all deep about it. I don't know. No, but my nieces and nephews, I think they're all very sweet. They're all very kind, and they're like they're like
Good
my cousin's
values.
kids and whatnot. So they're all like love their grandparents too.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen it for myself, and maybe it comes when it's like comes like later when they're like in their early teens
or the
where it's,
adolescent
like,
stage.
yeah. So I don't know, man.
And your nieces and nephews, they speak Punjabi? Is there a big push in Canada, like Punjabi Sikho? Like,
I mean, I try to speak to my nephews in Punjabi, but they won't, like, they speak English. But
Okay.
I think some speak Punjabi, some they'll know a little bit, they don't understand it. But I personally think that my Punjabi is not the best, so like I would hope that the next generation could be better, you know. So,
but there is an incentive for them to want to learn Punjabi. For example, in the UK here, big resurgence, Siddhu Moosewala, Diljit de Gaane, people want to learn Punjabi because it's seen as cool.
Yeah.
Like we grew up, we went to Punjabi classes, it was very boring, we didn't want to go.
Yeah.
But we had to communicate to our grandparents, there was a reason. But now, like, if your parents speak English,
Yeah.
you don't have to speak Punjabi.
Right.
Therefore, there has to be an intention behind it.
Yeah.
So now in Canada, when you see like the youth, is there a reason do they want to learn Punjabi? Is it seen as cool? Are there Punjabi schools?
I think so. There are Punjabi schools.
Yeah.
You know what, man? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have any like
source data.
No, I'm kind of like out of the loop a little bit with like how like the newer families are growing up.
Okay.
So like I know my cousins and whatnot, but I don't think there's incentive for them other than like my cousin saying, "Hey, I want you to speak Punjabi," right? Like,
Right. Okay.
but I personally haven't seen any situations where like I may not like I have a friend. He may know. He's more tapped in. He might know this specific answer.
I think your Ghana are trying to do that though. It's trying to bridge that gap a little bit.
Yeah.
Where you're like informally giving bits of Punjabi with an English sound.
Well, yeah. So I try like for what I put out into the world, I try to like find that balance of like how do I do this and build that. Like I have I don't know if it's one of your questions if you know or not, but I have a Punjabi alphabet book that
I didn't know that.
I've completed.
Okay.
And I was supposed to put it out before Gaddi Challenge. I know that question's coming up at some point, but I was supposed to put it out before that. Remember I was saying I want to do Rajan and Bibi in art?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
my first
That was
project, like my children's book project where
Punjabi alphabet. Wow.
yeah. So
okay.
each letter was like a Punjabi, was a rapper. So like
Oh.
Ura would be.
What? Go on.
Did you get that for me for Akam for a birthday?
Yes, we did.
No, I
Wait,
didn't.
Was it
is
Bubbles?
that your book?
No, I doubt it. What's that book?
So there's a
It already
book
exists?
which my wife got for his daughter that was
Yeah.
firstborn.
Yeah.
And it was
Alphabet.
a alphabet book, but it had Punjabi singers for
Artists.
every letter of the alphabet.
Oh wow, mine's the reverse, I guess.
No, you know what you just said.
No, but that's not my book.
Okay,
Mine's
okay.
a Punjabi alphabet, but with English
Punjabi
rappers.
alphabet. Okay.
Yeah.
right, yeah,
So it's
okay.
Uda, Lil Uzi Vert, Arda, Andre 3000, Edie, E40.
Oh my
Jaja
god.
Jay-Z?
It's Jay-Z is Jajapad Bindi. The Z
Jay-
part.
Jay-
So yeah, so
Jay-Z.
every letter doesn't work like in the start. So like some letters would be like in the words. It would be like Nganya doesn't fit anywhere, right? But like if you can sound it roughly, like it could be in like young, right? Like Nyang. So like that's roughly the sound it makes. Like it's not gonna be
So
perfect.
you chose what? Young Jeezy.
I think I did young M.A. You know, the young M.A.
Young M.A.
And then
Did you choose Kanye?
Kanye's in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Kanye West, but I might change him to. I made a sample and I got to fix it, but he might go to yeah as yay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's
like
genius.
That's
You
so
should
good.
definitely
so
do
that was a thing
and
where
put it
it's
out.
like I have friends who who are in their Punjabi and everything, and they like the music and whatnot, but they can't speak it or they don't know how to. And this was like, all right, what's the easiest way for someone who, you know, can't speak it but maybe can understand it, and what's like for easiest way for them to understand the alphabet? And like,
I think I find that alphabet challenging because there's so many variations. So with something like that sounds like it with an Englishism, I think I'd get it faster.
Yeah, so that was like my first project. Like,
and then you turn it into a song, then you go viral.
Yes, exactly.
Babu.
That's what happened.
We get the formula.
Alphabet
The formula.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where like my thing is like, my always thing is how do you bridge the gap?
Yeah.
And even with the music, I don't know if you want to, if that's the next question, if you want to go into that, but the music has kind of always been like, how do you take, again, my Punjabi isn't like, I don't have Dunga vocab, and like, I like, it's overall very basic Punjabi that
does not come across in
it doesn't
everything
come across,
we've
bro.
seen.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can fudge it a little bit. But like, if I were to speak with you right now, I would be fumbling all over the place.
Yeah,
like,
same.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
I'm terrible.
Yeah.
He's the expert.
Yeah.
He teaches me
I'll be
Punjabi
expert
every
then.
episode.
Yeah. You guys are all
Expert.
so yeah. So like with the music, it's like, okay, how do you take an idea that's like very simple,
Yeah.
or even complex, and how do you simplify it? Like, how do you make it the easiest way for someone to
Accessibility.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best word for it. Is that like, how do you allow people for if you don't know Punjabi as well to like catch a few words and get it.
Feel like you're part of it.
And then now I'll do like English, Pinglish, where I'll throw like some are English and some are Punjabi. So like, it's like the easiest way for me, like how I grew up is that way, right? And I would like to say that I've like, I would do full Punjabi and tailored Punjabi, but like, unfortunately, that's just not my like
forte.
Yeah, I can't provide that. I can't.
There's a couple other creative ventures you've done. And this is credit to one of our friends, Beyonce. He found your artwork, Babbu. I didn't actually know that existed until he sent it to me, and I was like, I didn't know you did illustrations and drawings similar to your graphics background. It's been a while since you posted on that.
It's been a while. Yeah, like as I was saying, like music kind of took priority over everything at this. So, but Babbu was, I would always draw and do things, and I was like, let me make a second page. So I went. I searched. I put in Babbu, and that was taken.
So you thought, let's make it.
So I'm like Babbu, and I feel like it's better. But yeah, it's like illustrations and doodles and like thoughts and like little poems and like feelings and things like that. That like, you know, for your main Instagram, you kind of don't. Not that you don't want to share, but like if people know you for comedy or whatever, and then you start posting,
kind of feels off brand.
You posting these sappy like illustrations, like it's not off brand. It's just like, let me just make something that's just like, all right, specifically
its
this
own thing. Yeah.
Standalone project.
Yeah.
And then the committee clothing.
Yeah. Committee
members. Man. I tried to find the website last night, but
yeah, we've kind of for now it's been on hiatus or closed at the moment. Like my brother and I started that in like the early 2012, I think, or 13. Okay. And this was kind of like while we're doing like design projects for other people, we're like, what if we try doing some clothing? And it was cool and all, but clothing is very stressful. It's very like uphill, and it's a physical product that you have to hold on to until you sell it. Yeah. And there's like production and distribution, all these things moving kind parts. Of like, sorry?
Lots of moving parts.
Yeah. Lots of moving parts that like unless there's some people that love logistics and love doing things and love operations. But if you're from if you like, you have a creative background and like you have to do these other tasks that like, you know, you kind of like are doing the other tasks more than the creative stuff. And like, there's a lot of taken out of it. Yeah. It was a lot of work and the fun was taken out of it. And it just felt more like stressful than like joyful to do.
Headache.
Yeah. It was good.
Would it make a comeback?
Sorry?
Would it make a comeback?
It might. My brother still like loves the idea of clothing, but me and him together, we'll do like, our creative agency or like, we're like everything we've done, we've always done together. So even with the music stuff, it's all been like through me and him. Like we're like marketing or like everything is literally we just do together. Yeah.
Okay.
We might come back, but
we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Get some free shipping to the UK and we'll support.
Sorted.
Hanji. Just want to touch on Late Bloomer really quickly.
Yeah.
So lovely to see you in it. A true full circle moment for us. True OG fans understood the subtle references made. We have 2 questions.
Yeah.
The horse poem scene.
Yeah.
Was that all you?
Epic.
No, just me wrote that.
Flipping it.
Yeah.
That's some epic writing.
It was intense, and he was like, "Yo, I need you to say like all these weird." I'm like, "I've never used this word for my life."
But the delivery.
Okay,
oh
yeah.
my god.
You know what? That episode. This is an insider secret here.
Go for it. Is this a hacky question?
Huh?
Is this a hacky question?
What?
Asking about late bloomer.
No. I love late bloomer. I'm so happy to be a part of it. Like, that episode specifically took a lot. Like that whole, all those like other like acts that were performing in
On
that.
the night, yeah.
That whole like we're there. We're at the studio for like the whole day, and we weren't able to film that scene until literally like the last like half hour, 45 minutes. Because I don't know what I think
you were running out of time.
So like the rest of production, they were like there's so many scenes they have to film in that time, and there's like they have a certain amount of like every day, every like hour is like allotted for every day. Like everything is like super jam packed, and if you miss this, you won't be able to get it till at the very end for like pickup shots maybe right later on. So everything is super organized and super tight. So they had to get all their shots that they were it's I don't know what the issue was, but it just took a lot longer. And then so that last like those poems, like we were just like firing off like, all right, your turn, do it. All right, cool. Babbu, you do it. Cool. So like I think mine was a bit longer because like there's interaction me and Jasmeet have, but it was very quick. It was like a quick delivery of that scene. Like I maybe did like 2-3 takes of it.
That's it.
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then the toilet scene.
Sorry?
The toilet scene.
Oh yeah.
So,
that one.
I think I've watched that scene a good 9-10 times.
Yeah.
If you're wondering how we watched that scene, we don't specify how.
Yeah.
In England, we don't have it. But there are ways.
That scene was funny because that was the first time. So in season 1, okay, the way Jasmeet operates, or me and him operate, is very like you grab a camera.
Yeah.
There's 3 people. You grab it, shoot it, switch. All right, you hold it now, and you act. All right, now you hold it, and very running gun, very DIY, very quick. We don't care about lighting. We care about just get it. And it's good, right? When you're on like a huge production, it doesn't work like that at all. There's like the way you guys have it right now is like still managed, but every department, every camera has a department, lighting has a department, effects has a department. Props has a department, sound. There's literally there's so many departments and so many moving pieces, so that like if we're like, yo, let's switch the shot, you have to get this person has to do it, and it's union too, right? So this person has to tell this person, you tell this person, and that person has to tell that person. It's like a whole like
it's not fast.
It's not fast. It's not fast. So like it's like so for season 1, I think Jasmeet was like, because that was like the
flagship and very new, and
he was kind of I don't know how like comfortable he was with the set, like the production to say, hey, let's do it this way because he's new, just as new as everybody else. They've been doing it forever, but he's new to it as like the series writer and leader kind of thing, and like also acting in it. So in season 1, I think it was a bit more, not to say stiff, but it was a bit more like
polite and just
Whereas the second season, he took a lot more like
lead.
He's like, yo, like we want to do this improv.
Yeah.
So he's like, we're just gonna just hold the camera there, and like he's gonna do a bunch of takes, and then same way the other way, I'm gonna do a bunch of takes, and we'll do it like that. So normally it's like scripted, and you have to kind of like hit the beats and like, get your mark. But this one was like improv, and
it felt improv-y. Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is nice.
Because Jasmeet's like he's not editing it like himself, but he's in the editing room afterwards. So like he knows how to edit. He knows how to edit this, like the way he edits like all the skits from time. So like crazy dialogue and crazy bits, like he knows how to edit that, right? So he was like, I need it to be improv. It can't be written. It has to be. He has to like we both need to just say like the most randomest shit. It's like I'll find the edit afterwards. That's the best way to do it at the end of the day. But that's how that scene came about. Yeah.
That tends to be like where the most magic comes in comedy sketches. So especially if you have comedians on set, they'll just say to the producer, we just want to riff for a little bit. Yeah. And then sometimes I'll say something that'll just land, and they'll be like, we're using that. Done.
Exactly.
And they're like, oh, okay, cool. That works. So I think you guys had that magic. And it definitely shone through.
And I think that's oftentimes, I think with the second and even the third season production, is that like he would get, I think it's coming out.
It's coming soon.
Link page.
Done. I think just click no on the pop-up. I know you might be tempted based on what the pop-up suggesting.
Maybe.
You might be tempted, but don't click. Don't click. Yes, I would like to talk to this person at this.
Babbu OnlyFans.
But no, I think for season 2 and 3, like I think he's gotten to a point where like they'll get the scenes that are like scripted, and then they're like, all right, let's do a take that's just kind of a bit more free, and then sometimes those work better, and sometimes the scripted ones are the ones that were meant to be. So yeah, proud of Jasmeet.
I think we all are. Everyone's proud to see him like go this far. He still trolls people on TikTok, which makes me laugh. When he's like, I'm a new creator, help out. His people are in the comments getting triggered.
What he wants to do, like social media wise, I'm like, it's
whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, right? It's whatever he wants to at this point. And even I'm like, yo, just post more. He's like, nah, man. Or he'll cool I think he wants to, but I think he just doesn't want to get trapped again in maybe like some sort of like place where, you know what I mean, where he has to overproduce all these things. So I think the more random and weird it is, I think it's better. Like you think he finds it more interesting.
So this brings us to Red Challenger. So April 2022, you post this little clip on Instagram, you in New York. Yeah. Doing the OG.
No, the first original? I did Brampton with the actual Red Challenger.
Really?
Yeah, that was the first one. I think 2021.
So I saw that one, and I thought, oh, okay, this is cool. And then lo and behold, you have this collaboration with Statik. How does that come about?
So Statik is a friend of ours. We've known him forever. He produced the Geeta Brothers
that's how
music, and even before that, my brother and him went to high school. Wow. And so like I've known him literally for like more than half of my life.
You guys have such like tight knit collabs, man. It's
like
nice.
I remember we were in his basement back in the day, just like my brother and him were producing. I'm just like sitting there watching. Right? So like,
of course,
he's like a big brother vibe. So like I posted those clips, and people were like, yo, please make a song, and I was like, do I make a song out of this thing? And
you're like, I have one verse.
Yeah, right. So like, I'm like, all right, let me do it. So like, I would go on walks, and I would have like my friend made an instrumental, because he's like, I met him for like at a friend's wedding. I'm like, yo, this is a song idea. Like I know, like he's a producer, Baj, and I'm like, yo, can you like make a beat or see what comes out of it? And then he gave like a chord structure and like a rough like drum pattern, and I was have it on loop, and I would go for walks, and I was just like, think of the most absurd lyrics that I could think of that were just weird and dumb and silly and
Pinglish.
Yeah. And that song just was a fun song that came just out of silliness. And I recorded it at Fateh's house. Okay. And then I was like, JJ, can we like Statik? I'm like, yo, can we like 2.0 the production? Let's like make it a bang. I'm like, I want you to just make it just sound like as if it existed.
Full production,
like, like from like 2011, just make it sound like that, right? He's like down. So like he'd add all these sounds and explosions and this and that and Thumbi here and there. I'm like, great. And you know what it was? So like as I was saying before, like this was supposed to be my last like Jus Reign era type of thing, right? Like we've done the Geeta Brothers stuff. We've done like this Tide character. And
how do you feel like that's a Jus Reign era thing? Like it's your own standalone thing?
Just like comedy music and like
the parody thing,
right?
Like
okay, so parody music,
kind of in that world of like just like unseriousness of like in terms of what it was. Like I'm like, this is my last gift to the world.
Then serious.
And after this, I'm gonna go to do my illustrations and make children's books and do Rajan and Bibi and just be off camera and just live this wholesome life. You know, and just like move to Portugal and just be this like, you know, just old man who's, you know, barefoot all the time and just like, you know, that's where my head was.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I recorded the song. I got like, and then I shot the video. I bought this little toy car I rented actually a real Gaddi Challenger. It was like more maroon, and then we need more scenes. I'm like, so I bought this toy car and I imposed myself in it. And did this music video, and I was like, all right, this is fun. And then I put it out, and I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Didn't think about it, yeah.
This is it. Yeah. Goodbye. And then I put the song out. The song goes. I'm like, maybe people laugh at it, and then it'll die out like the streams.
Yeah.
I remember showing my friend, I'm like, yeah, it's here now. I'll probably die out after this. But I literally just kept going and going and going.
And you did it ahead of wedding season. We went to weddings, and people were like, requesting Red Challenger.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't know how songs or virality work. Like I had nothing for me.
Bullshit. Of course, nothing, virality works.
Nothing for me personally had gone viral. It was through Jasmeet's like.
But you have some familiarity with it, and you know when it catches wind.
Right. But this was like first time it was like, hey, you and your Instagram page and your
got it.
Your
only your stuff.
Okay. Only you are going like whatever you're doing is like going viral. So like I was getting confused by it, and then like there's people who are doing covers of it already. People are like doing like fake joggos with it. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then You know Tesher, Jalebi Bibi Tesher, he's a singer.
Oh, baby, let me finish.
Yeah, Tesher. He's a couple songs. He DM. He's like, yo, man, I'm hearing it in India. It's going crazy. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then, and then Desi Beats. They're like, yo, let's tour. I'm like, all right. And then it just took a life of its own, man.
Was that liberating for you to have your own like clip go live in your own thing?
Yeah, you know what? It's so funny because like it was at a time where I was saying like I was like ready to like pack it all up and just be this like
serious banda,
just like off the internet, like delete Instagram, just be like just like recluse.
In your Jasmeet arc,
yeah, and then it just did the complete opposite. The universe was like, no,
back you come,
back in,
Gane
yeah, get on stage, boy. So like. It was a great feeling, honestly, and it still is, to be honest. Like I'm here now because of it, and it opened the door to like, all right, hey, do you want to make music now? Like the universe asked, like, hey, the door's open. Do you want to make music? And so I said, yes, universe, I do.
So that's a pivot moment then.
That was the pivot, yeah. That was the pivot to where I'm at now. Like it wasn't intentional. Like I always wanted to make music. Like it just never felt. I felt like. I was at a certain age. I'm like, I can't be like, I don't want to start from scratch doing a form of like it's a young person's game overall. Music, like music is like when you're younger you start and you could fail when you're younger. I'm like, I don't want to be older and start failing at trying something that like
But you have proof of concept with the Red Challenges.
Yeah, I was like, hey, now the door's open. Now I can like jump right into it.
My favorite song of yours is actually Can't Officially.
Oh, nice, thank you.
Because I think that's more like wholesome.
Yeah.
And I was like, even though it may not have done 50 million streams, I love it. Yeah, I'm like, it's a great song.
Thank you.
It brings happiness.
And that's kind of where like the journey has been is like, how do I? Okay, now I can make music. Like I can put songs out if I wanted to. And again, I don't know how they're received, but I have a foundation a little bit of this Gaddi Challenger song. So I'm like I've never really made music on my own. So the whole journey was trying to figure out what I wanted to do or how I wanted to do it. So like there was like Gucci Chick was still kind of trying to be a bit parody-ish, but like, and then Karnamishi was like not parody, but like pop. And then a song I did Nach Now, which is like Bhangra Now. And like, I was trying to figure out which is what feels right adjacent to like.
And which one do you feel like you resonate with the most? Because you're trying different sounds.
Yeah. I mean, my album Smile With Me out now. I don't know if you guys heard it.
We have heard it on Spotify.
Maybe. Yeah. It's on Spotify.com. Yeah,
so
I was working with producers and trying to figure it out, and then eventually, like once I had to like learn myself, it took a while to get to that point. But learning to produce and like figuring out songwriting as like an art in itself, was the most liberating feeling, right? Like because before you have a beat and somebody like, all right, here's a beat, and like.
Go away and do it.
Some lyrics,
And I'm not a best writer or rapper or singer or anything like that. But to me, in my brain, like I like compositions and melodies, I'm really good at, and like the sound design overall, I'm really good. I like building something from like the bottom.
Yeah.
And like for the most part, I do everything, and then once I need to like get lyrics in there, that's where like I'll have my friend Mirza who like will help like take the English ideas and like sing it to the melodies that I've made and make them more like poetic Punjabi, right?
Yeah.
So, so like once I figured out how to produce and learn that, do that, that's kind of where like I felt I know how I want to move forward musically.
So you got this big jump with Red Challenger. Did you feel pressure with the next song to hit as good? Because obviously you hit that like massive peak. Were you thinking anything I do now is not gonna maybe bang as much?
So I had that pressure initially, but I realized that like, that you can't recreate that moment and like whatever happened and how it happened. There's no way to like calculate, hey, if you
post this,
and you do that and you do this and you like, there's no way to recreate what happened. It just happened. And like, there's no like math behind it. And that's like all like so many songs that just take off naturally. That if you hear the person's story, they're often like, we just did that song.
We didn't know.
And it did its thing. So like, not to say I was trying to recreate that moment or trying to find, but I was trying to see like I was trying to figure out how I can continue in that world. Right. But now I feel like the best thing for me is that like my foundation isn't like Gaddi Challenger isn't a foundation. It's like thing that I did well, but people are like, hey, I'm a big fan of your song, and then they won't say like, I like you,
Your
Babbulicious.
music.
Yeah. So like, I like your song Challenger or whatever. So it's like, you know, that happens to, I'm sure, many artists, but like I got to build a foundation of like, all right, this is who Babbu is.
This is the type of music.
Yeah, this is the type of music I'm making. This is what I want to do, and this is, and there are connections to this, but it's kind of like here, and like, how do I bridge this world where like I can like flow between like doing something maybe a little bit lighthearted and silly, and something that feels like more like
serious music.
Yeah, it's a bit more serious, or more like a topic where that's like
close to your heart.
More, close, more like more singer-songwriter energy, right?
Okay.
So yeah, that's where like that journey is taking me, and like now I know that, like, again, people went for Gaddi at Challenger, and then, but like the goal is to now just like essentially start again from bottom. Now that, you know what I was fearing starting making music and failing.
Yep.
Sorry, at a younger age or whatever, or like an older age. Now, like, I'm just gonna do that now. You know what I mean? Like, I will figure it out and eventually find the connection that I need to.
I have a question about Smile quickly.
Sure.
You know the skit you've got in there with the kid saying Red Challenger?
Yeah.
Where's that from?
So it's my sister's friend's kid. And like she sent a video of like this kid like talking to his grandma like to play the song.
Yeah.
And she's like, and to me that was the most like perfect Rajan and Bibi moment a little bit, right? Yeah. Where like she's like, what the hell are you talking about? And this and this kid's like Babbulicious, right? Like to me it was like I'm like, all right, like in my way, the way I framed it was like, all right, this is like kind of like, this is what people keep saying. Yeah, I want more songs like Gaddi at Challenger, and like the transition is like, all right, the closest thing it'd be Good Life is the next song, which is like, this is like kind of like the closest thing in that world. Yeah. For the people that are asking for this is what it is.
The succession.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what kind of led you to want to make serious music after parody music?
The thing is, it's like with music or with art in general, is that like, it's the same way like I have that Babbu page, right? It's like people know me for being comedy, like doing comedy and silliness, but like, which I love doing, but inside me, I'm a wounded bird. I'm sad.
Clip that up, man. I'm a wounded bird.
But no, I like I connect a lot to like emotion. I'm a very emotional guy. Like I like sad things. I like sad music and movies and things that like, you know, you make you feel like
sad music. Okay, so you with your music, do you want to move people? Is that like a big thing for you?
It's more just like maybe, I don't know, I'm sure
there is a song on the album that is a bit more moody.
Yeah, than the others. There are definitely.
No, it's true though, because it feels darker, and I'm like, this is actually quite nice.
Yeah. So it's just like there's ideas where like I was saying this in my last media thing I was in, where like to me like I love love, right? Love is very beautiful to me.
I love love, okay.
And love can like cover sadness and like joy and like anything in between.
The spectrum,
like, yeah. So like when like if I were to try to do, like, you can't be serious like in a comedy lens or in that kind of lens. It's harder to be sincere. And the opposite, it's like it's hard to be sincere and like it's kind of like it's either this or that, right? To me, the what feels more natural to me in the music, in a musical way, is like to be more sincere and like dilon, speak from my heart a little bit, right? And find ideas that feel nice and like joyful, and they could be sad or they could be happy and positive and cute, and they could even be closer to being lighthearted and like crazy like Gaddi at Challenger if it comes, right? But it has to feel natural. I can't chase the absurdity that Gaddi at Challenger was. And I tried that with like Gucci Chick, right? Like I tried being absurd and I tried being like saying crazy things, but it's like I would rather be sincere and be honest and be vulnerable. And if I could find it in that way where it's a bit lighthearted and fun, great. Yeah. But I don't want to have to chase it. I want to it has to just kind of feel natural and come.
That's a really mature way of looking at things. Because the temptation, maybe if it was Babbu was much younger, would have been like, I need to recreate that moment again.
Funny songs.
Yeah.
And then just be known for that song. Yeah. And I know that artists nowadays, they don't want to just be like a one-hit wonder, and they don't want to be just known for that song. They want to express themselves in different ways, which is what you're exploring.
Yeah, it's like the one-hit wonder tag is like very like, I'm fortunate that the song didn't go as big as some other songs, right? That like if it's the first song, it does really, really well. Like to me, I'm not, because I wasn't trying to be like an artist.
Yeah.
I wasn't I'm not so defined by like how well that did. Like, I know that I don't have to, I know that I won't have to chase and like do stuff that doesn't feel right to try to get that moment again.
Yeah.
I know that like I would rather be sincere and, as I was saying, and honest, and like create a foundation with people who like this energy, this style of music, and build this foundation this way. And eventually these bridges there'll be a bridge obviously between these two.
And it'll just be Babbu.
Yeah, and this is Babbu.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Just be Babbu. I like that line.
yeah.
I like that. Very original. Have you ever faced any sort of criticism from people who see music as this pure thing, and you're doing this parody side of it, and they're like, why are you doing that? You're kind of ruining the art form. Because I know in hip hop, for example, they used to give T-Pain a lot of shit because he did 808s, he did cool sounding music. And there was a scene where he was talking on Netflix and he said, Usher came up to you and said, yo, you really fucked up music for me.
Wow.
And that must have probably hurt him. So I'm thinking, have you faced anything like that or anything similar?
Not so directly, but I know there's some people who are like, yo, it's like I always get the thing where I'm like making a mockery of like our people or something, and like not so much with the music, but some people are like, I think there's one video that I think the guy took it down, but he was like, why is this guy being a joker? Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? And but people in the comments like, yo, he's just having fun, and you know, like it's lighthearted. It's not that serious. And so yeah, I mean, I think it comes. I haven't gotten it so much. I know that I'm not the best singer, and I know some people are very strict on like you have to have a good voice, and this is like some people's art form is their singing, and I don't take that away from them, right?
Yes.
Some people's art form is their like ability to write really well, and I just know from my own journey is like I'm better at doing. I can do all like. I feel more comfortable creating like the world of a song, and like through production and through like composition and whatnot, and then where I need help, I'll get the help. Like if I need better lyrics, I'm not a writer like in that way. Like especially if you know the language, doesn't mean you're a good writer in it. Like
you can know two different things.
We all speak English. Are we good? Can you write a good poem?
I can't write a book. Like it's not the same thing.
It's a completely different thing. So like writing songs in Punjabi is an art and talent of its own. So like I'm not gonna try to like say I can do that better than anybody else. But like if I feel like I can make a song that feels good to me, and when I get the help to add the Punjabi in it to build that bridge, I don't know. To me, that's where that's my art form, I guess. Is like I can like create like the world of an idea, and that's
how you express
that's
yourself.
how I choose to express it myself.
The Red Challenger then leads to Zoran's inauguration. I know you've spoken about this in depth, so I'm not going to ask you specifically about how did that come about. Hacky question number 3. What I was going to ask is, did you see people moaning about how you were performing out there? So I wake up, I'm on Twitter, scrolling, and I'm like, is that Babbu on stage at Mamdani's inauguration? And then people were like, who's this Afghani guy performing on stage? And I thought, okay, maybe a lot of people don't know who Sikhs are, but did you see any of that backlash hit your timeline?
I saw that tweet. I think it was like some politician lady.
Of course. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, like when Gaddi have a fit about, I don't care. Like they're so like they're so like
close-minded.
Yeah, close-minded, and.
It doesn't trigger you.
They have no world views, right? So like, I'm not gonna argue or have like other people love arguing.
Yeah.
And I'm down for other people to argue and fight
on my
these
behalf.
people. Yeah, on my behalf. But I can't like I don't care to like fight like or like to justify anything, right? And yeah, like you know, shit, man, frig.
Did you see the flack the Hanukkah Geeta Brothers skit got? Yeah. That was blown out of proportion too.
Again, it's like
the closed-mindedness.
Like when you actually hear the song, it's like the like again, Geeta Brothers were being silly and we're being outlandish, but I think we're in all of Geeta Brothers, we're making fun of how weird these two brothers are as they're singing.
Yeah.
And like you could even see it in the skit, like where like Fat is in it and like our other friends in there. They're just like, look, what's wrong with these guys? Like we're having more joy, like dancing and hugging each other, and we're not laughing. We are the joke.
Rather than making mockery of
nothing like everything else is like if you hear the lyrics, they're very like it's like held at such a high like qadr of like you know the culture. We're like we're in service to like being as like you know as you know positive as possible. But the joke is us and how we are just these weird set of brothers that like are dancing like way too comfortably close to each other. You know what I mean? Like our feet are doing this. And, like,
but that's where the fun of it comes.
But that is
right?
the joke. Is your point?
The joke is the brothers dancing and like throughout the whole thing. It's not like the song. We're not making a joke of the religion, of the culture.
I think another layer is you did it for Kwanzaa as well.
We did one for Kwanzaa as well. Yeah.
Other layers of other.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of also like the Geeta Brothers they're super ignorant. Like they don't know what they're just singing what they think they should be singing. Obviously that's super layered and people aren't gonna like you know catch all those nuances. But like you know like we're singing about Kwanzaa as if we like have a right to sing about Kwanzaa. Right? Like so I don't know. I think and we sing about Feliz Navidad, which is like the Mexican like how Mexicans do it. And like again we're being like so like. We think we have an authority on how to represent the other cultures through Christmas, and we obviously don't, right? Yeah. So that's like that's kind of like the joke, I guess, that we are the joke trying to celebrate other people, and we don't know how to. We're just
winging it. It's funny how people will look at things through like a recency bias lens of the world today versus what you filmed at that time, where it was very different.
I mean, that's everything. There's so many skits that things from like, or like bits in movies that were like, if you look now, like, oh, that's kind of racist. But if you watch it at the time, you're like, that was funny, right? And things just change, how people feel change, and even yourself, like you know the episode in I think in The Office, I think it's like season 8 or 9, where like
we're office freaks.
You know when Dwight's I forgot his name, but he has like this guy he hires to help him, and he comes in as blackface. Yeah, for Christmas, right? Like they cut that scene out because it's like at that time it probably wasn't as offensive, or like I guess people understood like the like what they were trying to do with that joke, but now I think they cut the scene out. Like they don't have the scene in, like on Netflix they don't have the scene. So like it's just like sometimes things in that time may have a different context, but now like when you see it, you're like, I don't know if that's the most tasteful way to.
It's like in Friends. There was a scene where Chandler and Monica were getting to the airport, and it was like something to do around terrorism.
I see.
And they just cut it completely, and you'd never see that scene again because of the 9/11 sensitivity.
Yeah.
So that does happen.
But there is importance to having like what's happening now through streaming. Like people can rewrite history and like
correct it.
Yeah, and like in certain instances, some things are important to like. This is how it was. Like you can't erase that. That's how this Office episode was, or that's how this Friends episode was. Like when you cut it out now, you kind of like you can kind of almost let them off in that way, whereas as if nothing had happened, right? So it's good to have those things like as is, so you know that hey, this is actually how people were thinking at that time.
As a reference point. British humor where they call the corner shop and going to the Packies, and we're like, oh okay. Now you look at that, you're like, no. Yeah. But back then it was like, oh, that's what they said. So it's kind of at the time of filming and showing it in that lens and the graininess of the footage and whatever, it makes sense. I'm not saying I agree with it.
Yeah.
But
it was normal.
You get why they made that choice when they were writing it. Yep. Did want to ask you about identity, about the Sikh side of you. Do people assume that you're super religious because of the way you look and the style you tie?
Yeah, I think so.
But do they challenge you on that, or?
I you know what it is? I'm very mindful, and I don't think I try to do anything that would be like
anti-Sikh.
Like I try to represent the visual. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to do something that like
try and represent the visual.
Like if I look like this, I want to kind of like, I don't want to be doing things that like I don't drink and I don't smoke or anything. So like, but if I did, like I don't think I would want to look like this and be drinking or whatever it is, right? Like I think there's like some sort of responsibility you kind of have to put on yourself if you want to, like, you know what I mean? And not to say that I'm like super religious in that way where like, you know, I'm telling people how to live their lives and whatnot, but you know, I wanted
like in late bloomer,
huh?
Like got teacher in late bloomer.
Yeah, like I'm not like in late bloomer. I like the Avtar character.
What are you doing, man?
But even in that, like he himself has been like conditioned to think a certain way. And
but there are so many that character is so resonant of Gat teachers that we used to have in the UK.
Yeah, and then throughout the show, like he's he's also trying to unlearn of like maybe I don't need to be as strict. Like you know, that's kind of like where at the end of the day, like if people aren't living their true self. And that could be in whatever way. Like I feel like,
but then imposing on others.
Yeah, you can't
preaching.
Yeah, exactly. You got it. But overall, yeah, I just try to like. I just want to be as like, you know, I'm not a necessarily negative person.
Okay.
And I don't want to like. I just kind of just be. I don't know. I feel like that people accept me for just being.
Do our people, Punjabi, Sikh people, expect you to have positions on Sikh issues? You know, Akaal Takht will come out and say things about this, or something's happening in Punjab.
Yeah.
Does Babbu need to come out and say, well, this is wrong, or this is right?
I don't know.
No, but as in, do you do that? Or do you just be like, that's not my lane, I'm an artist, I focus on this?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want it to be where like, oh, I'm just an artist, you shouldn't have, like, I shouldn't have a view. Or responsibility. Yeah. But like, oftentimes, and some things I don't feel like I need to provide a opinion on, right? Yeah. Some things are kind of like, some things just happen and I don't want it to feel like I need to jump to an opinion and, you know.
You have no like kind of relevancy bias. This is happening, I need to say something about it.
Yeah. And also it's like, there's a part of it, it's like, I don't want to be performative. And also, to be honest, a lot of times I don't have the knowledge to like even like provide a reason to it.
That's pretty mature of you.
That's like one of the realest things ever, man. Most people feel like they must have an opinion. And if they don't have an opinion, they'll copy somebody else's opinion. Without doing the work.
Sometimes it's easy to retweet something or reshare something, and you know, it's sometimes that's all. You know, it's like sometimes that's all I like. For me, I don't know how to voice an opinion in a certain way, but there are times where like an article or like a swipe thing might provide it better, right? And sometimes it's worth sharing those things that can say it better than you can. And I'm not trying to say that I can say something better. And if a video or a thing can do it better, like. I'd rather push that, like, hey, look, I'm down with this. But overall, I don't know. I don't know. To me, I don't think my voice is big enough for even people to be like, hey, why aren't you saying anything? I don't think my voice is big enough yet. I'll get those DMs.
You'll get there eventually.
Next time I'm here, I'll show you, like, look, you said this.
Well, that's the next question I have, which is, have you ever received pressure to like speak on Sikh issues?
Not so much. I mean, you always get people. I've gotten like a lot of like comments about like the Khalsa uncle character. Yeah. And I've gotten a lot of like. I mean, it's had from then until now, it's had its resurgence. But like, I've gotten a lot of people.
Khalsa uncle, like
the Khalsa uncle.
That's what we're gonna call. Like, obviously, we didn't know you call him that, so we're gonna call him that.
Yeah. So I've gotten a lot of like heat for that. Like, I'm like doing a mockery. Or,
but what specifically? What is the issue that they take?
I think just the way he's saying why could you also is like a short and condensed version.
Yeah, but the thing with that is the reason why it's so funny.
Yeah,
is because people actually do that. It's not like you invented that and you're therefore making a mockery of how we do fateh. Yeah. People do that, and that's a very common thing. Which is why you made the joke, right?
And that's kind of how it came about. Is that like we've seen uncles and things like that like are very.
Yeah,
you know, like, they're very like they're proud to be Sikh and they're very excited. And when they see
very excited.
No, what I mean
is they are. What excited.
I mean is like they're very excited. Like when they see another Singh, when they see like the whole idea is like that uncle sees Jasmeet and he's so happy to see a young Singh, right? And he's just like, yes, John, like. Yes, let's like you were inspiring me as much as, you know what I mean? Like seeing the youth, you know, young blood, like that kind of energy where like they're excited to see like, you know, so but that's like we've seen
real.
That.
It's so real.
I've seen many uncles that are like that, and they're very peaceful and nice and cute and sweet, and like it's just they're just hilarious in how they act, right? Like their mannerisms.
And do the people that have the issue? So one is obviously like the shortening of the fateh, but do they take issue when you swear, for example?
In the skit? I don't think so.
So they have that. I always find that interesting. They have less of an issue with you can look like this, or whatever. But shorten the fateh, and that's the bigger thing.
I think I've gotten more just on the greeting specifically, like the shortening of the greeting. Maybe as people have mentioned, like the swearing is bad as well, in addition to it. But again, that was like. That's just like, just means like, yo, just swear a bit more. Like,
that was the direction.
He's like, yo, swear more. I'm like, man, I feel so, I don't want to,
it's
right?
not
like,
authentic to me.
I don't like swearing that much, right? And then like, through comedy, I'm like, all right, you know what, for the bit, let's do it. So yeah, I mean.
And when those people have said to you about the fateh, how do you tend to respond to that? What's the.
I don't.
You don't? Okay. And as in, do you mean these are comments or these are face-to-face conversations?
No, it's less in person. Like in person, I've always, people have always loved it in person. Like, but like it's through comments or like random DMs where like somebody else starts swearing about and like cussing your like mom, and I'm like they're saying like the most foul shit. I'm like,
we had this once where someone sent us like a proper foul DM.
Yeah,
they're like, I'm drunk, I'm gonna send you this, and the next day they unsent it.
Yeah,
but I screenshotted it and I was like, this is the most rogue message I've ever received.
Yeah.
They were saying everything, man.
No, he did say he was drunk though, yeah.
Huh?
Did they say I'm drunk?
Yeah.
He's talking about his son.
Like, I'm a few glassy deep and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like,
what was their beef? What were they saying?
Oh, it was something to do with
my son really loves you, and
my son really loves you, but I don't like you guys. I despise you, some shit. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And he says, but I follow you, and I'm like,
it was really
what do you want me to do with this information, bro?
I hate you.
There's so much. People are just conflicted, I think, and like.
And then he unsent it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. So clearly,
but you guys, do you guys say things that are like controversial and like that? Like,
I don't know, man. Like, we tend to speak about a lot of Punjabi Sikh issues.
Yeah.
I think eventually we're going to be labelled as pro-Khalistani. That's just a given.
Really?
I know that. Yeah, of course it will. And then that's just going to happen over time. But it's fine.
I didn't sign up for that.
We're happy speaking about the stuff that we talk about.
I wouldn't say that. Okay.
Sometimes we venture into more questioning why people do things in the Punjabi or Sikh world or whatever.
Right.
And then it turns into like culture stuff, and people are like, I really enjoyed that discussion.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, okay, cool.
It's opinions. We give opinions.
And I imagine if like if someone says something, you guys disagree with that opinion, or like you provide a different opinion again, like, would you say that the hate would come from like that, where you guys are like, would you like if something's happening in the Gurdwara, like some people are kind of like, it's in the Gurdwara, it's good, like no, like you can't just like, but if you guys were to comment on that, and like would people be upset that you're commenting on like something like that?
I think there was a reel we put out a while ago which was about like uncle shouting at kids playing in the Gurdwara in the actual ceremony and everything happening, Akhand Path, etc., kids running around. There was this one Baba who shouted at a kid because they're playing Uno.
I see.
He said like, no playing cards in here, etc., like screaming at them, it's gambling. And the kids basically went away crying. And I thought, was that really necessary? They're Nyane, they're keeping quiet.
They're in their bar sab. That's the
so
thing,
then,
right?
but there's the question of like, should you be doing that in there? That could be done in the Langar Hall. That could be done elsewhere. So there's like a fair discussion there. And some Gurdwara have taken different approaches. Like we know people at the biggest Gurdwara in London itself that have like sensory rooms for kids that have autism. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Like it's good to give people their own space for things like that and movements. So it's good to bring awareness to those things as well.
That's cool.
We get a good mix in the comments.
That's good.
So people have discourse.
I think overall you need some hate.
Yeah,
right?
that's we say that. We don't want 100 comments.
Because means doing the right thing. And also, me and him differ a lot on opinions, which helps because some people see things through his lens, they see it from my lens. And that's a good discussion.
Yeah.
Question about Canadian politicians. So, Gurattan and Jagmeet. You guys, do you know them well or anything like that?
I knew them more when I was like in kind of pre-COVID.
Yeah.
We were really close back then.
Okay.
We've kind of like fell out of touch a little bit just through just
getting
life.
Busy life.
Yeah.
We're not fully aware of what happened with the whole like the last election where things went, I guess, badly.
I don't even know, to be honest, either.
You're in Canada, you don't even know.
No, but I was I was part of like in 2018, like in the politics world with them, and then since then I kind of been out of it. So I'm not paying attention much to like how things go. I'll vote NDP just cause like they're, but again I don't know what went where. It's
probably a better way to live your life, bro. I'll be honest.
Honestly, to me, politics is a very like, it's a very like tough place to surround yourself in, if like, because there's like you're only essentially you're only focused on like your party and like your views there, right? and it could just become like
toxic,
a little toxic and like negative towards other people. And at the end of the day, like I get it, you know, there's conflicting views, but I don't want to dislike someone based on like their political party.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure they have more love in their heart, and we might disagree on certain things, and
which is okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's a place where like I disagree to a point where like you just like I don't know if I want to be close to you as a friend or anything, right? So like, but yeah, with politics it can kind of be a bit more toxic, as you're saying. Yeah, it's hard to be. It's just tough to be in that setting. Yeah.
Fair. We want to round this out with a little quiz for you.
Did you guys hear the album? I have a question. I have a question for you. Did you guys hear my first album, Smile With Me?
On Spotify.
Listen, brother. I like the Daft Punk sounds on it.
Yeah.
I like how it's got a variety of different things happening on it. But I like the electronic sound because I think that's more original and more in touch with my kind of taste of music. But the gloomy side is original. And I think you should maybe stick more with that if you want to approach it in the future. The gloomy side.
Yeah.
Where it's like a bit
sincere.
more like, oh, this is like a real deeper song versus the happiness, which is your thing. And I know the album's called Smile. But sometimes
the last
it's hard
song,
through pain too, right?
The last song is called Smile With Me, but
it's which is like a proper uplifting, kind of like Kanye Jesus song. I was like, oh.
You know what? There's this.
It is though. I got that vibe.
Okay.
There's an idea I like of like music where like, where it's like, I call it funeral music. It's very morbid how I'm saying it, but it's like it's music that can be played like, at a wedding. It could be played at a birthday. It could be like you can celebrate life with it in both ways. Where it's like the life of something and maybe like. You know, like the ending of a life of something. So, like, I often find that like world to be the most interesting to create in. And the last song, Smile With Me, is in that world where it's like,
it's a multiple occasion song.
Yeah, like you can feel it. If you're happy, you'll feel like the joy of like my partner or my mother or whatever it is. Yeah. But it can also be the opposite where like you're remembering somebody because of that, right?
And so you wrote that with that intention.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I mean that's deep, man.
And with songwriting, was it just a lot of sitting down, writing everything out, figuring out themes you want to go with, figuring out beats you want to go with?
So yeah, with music, it's like now I'll start with I'm learning guitar. I've been playing for a couple like a year and a bit, 2 years, and so like I'll find chords, like I'll like play around and find chords I like, or I'll like look at like, hey, what are some good chord progressions, and I'll try it out and find things, and eventually I'll have like melodies or ideas that feel right, and I'll just like mumble and find some certain phrases and certain words, and then from there I'll like take it to like the computer and like start building it out, and I'll show my brother oftentimes, and he'll be like, oh yeah, this is good, or let's try this, let's try that. So like we kind of like build it out, and then with the writing kind of comes last, like to find like the actual words.
So you'll find like a song theme, and then
like the last one's called Smile With Me. So like I had like half of the chorus, "Tu has lipiadi like the when you smile with me." Like I had that, and I had the melodies for it, and and I knew where I wanted to go with it. And then with my friend Mirza, like he would come to the room like, yo, this is the idea. And we would work back and forth. He's like, yo, this is too dark or too sad, depressing. Let's try this. All right, cool. All right, we can flip it to this. So like we're working together. We're like finding ideas together, and then and then eventually we'll lay it out, and then I'll build it. I'll then once the lyrics are done, then I'll like and the song is like overall done. Then I'll build the sound design and like record it properly and get like vocal, other than like designs and effects.
Yeah, your music is really meaningful.
Yeah, I'm trying.
No, it's like you said earlier, we talked about Dunga. That is Dunga, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to make your Dunga in the most simplest way.
That's it.
Yeah. That's not possible.
That's it. No, it is.
Like when like the
everything's gonna have layers to it, bro. Everything.
Right. I know, but I'm saying like wording wise, like the idea like tu hasdi pyari lagdi when you smile with me is very simple.
Yeah.
But like again, like with Daft Punk, One More Time is a very simple one.
But it's such a beautiful song.
But if you can attach that feeling of One More Time to literally anything, right? Yeah. Like it can be One More Time before the graduation finishes, or it could be like One More Time. I'm spending one more time with you before like before like we go our separate ways kind of thing.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean,
not everything's about death, man.
I feel like it's just easier to provide like. It's like kind of being a little more vague or a bit more like general. People can find their own meaning in that.
They attach their own memories.
Yeah, like even Phil Collins song, I could feel it in the air tonight.
Yeah.
Like I think he's like he just kind of wrote it without having any intention. But people, when they hear that, they have their own meaning that they've built.
And they attach to it.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's a goal, but like I feel like it's easier to be a bit more vague and not necessarily have like
tell people what they should feel or think.
Yeah. Like have the feeling that I feel.
Yeah.
I put that feeling into it, and
with
then
your own memories.
You can feel how you feel when you hear it, and you might have a different feeling. And
so we all have different experiences to the same music.
Yeah. It's
deep, man.
That's what I'm saying. Music feel to me is like the most creatively fulfilling I've ever felt. Right? Like it's like
wow. Okay.
It's like
more than your comedy.
I think so. Yeah. Like it's a creative journey that feels like there's a lot more like emotion I could put into it. Because with the Babbu doodles, like I kind of have those similar emotions, like those feelings, and like even with like the paint colors are always like muted and like in the blue and navy and like the sad colors, right?
But
and
it's kind of like watercolor. Like
it is watercolor, yeah. So like to me, it's like how do I do that in like a musical way, right? Like take those similar feelings that I feel
express it in music
and express it via music. So
earlier on in the pod, you said this thing about yourself. You said, "I'm a wounded animal." Wounded bird. What does that mean? What do you mean?
No, I mean it's like anything. Like I think everybody has like some sort of like.
Is it a
thing
ducky side?
Huh?
A ducky
No,
side.
but like this is a side
There's
of
some
Babbu that
ducky.
I've never
Yes.
seen. But what is that?
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
Duckiness?
You're making me feel normal because he says I'm the most ducky person he knows, and look, we all have it in us.
I might like everybody has like you ever see every comedy there's a tragedy, right? There's always like
the yin and the yang.
Yeah, there's always gonna be some sort of thing that like how you grew up maybe, or like a relationship or whatever it is that like it will always like you'll have some sort of like
source material.
Yeah, no, I mean like some sort of like something that's always like when you're a kid that you never got to fully heal. Like you're like a whole in life, our whole journey now, especially like through the culture we're in, is like we're trying to like heal or like fix like the inner child in us, right? Like we're trying to like, all right, like what triggers us as adults now? Like where's the cause of that? And often comes down to when we're kids or whatever it is. And like, so there's always like these things that like we kind of like naturally go
unpacking as we get older.
Yeah, unpack.
But exactly. what is that for you then? Where is that coming from?
You want me to tell you like the specifics of
as much as you want to
tell me your trauma story.
I mean, this is like the medical side coming out, but no, you know what it is? It's like I met you a long time ago. I see your content. It's like, haha, Babbu, funny guy. But then we're doing the pod with Babbu, and there's like this whole like you've been on this journey. It's deep. Your music is meaningful. You're trying to express this wounded bird.
Right.
But where does it come from?
I mean, it can come from many things, right? Sometimes it could be a relationship that didn't end the way you hoped it to end, and that feeling can stick and like not leave, and that's probably one of the things. And also
super relatable.
Yeah. And also, I mean, it's like this, like even like success and failure, and like trying to figure that part of your life. What is success? Like I'm alive and I'm happy. That's success. I'm successful because of that. But as all of us, like we want something bigger and better, and we want it like, so there's so many different ways to like that, like something that there's just always like these different feelings that we have, and they may not come out through the comedy. And like sometimes the feeling of struggling, there's a song in that or like an idea in that where like, how do you overcome this? Like, even if we're in this place where like, we're not in our most like, not even financially successful, but like emotionally or whatever, like we're trying to get to the next level. Like there's a way to climb that mountain. And it's like, there's the idea is that like, and that could be a painful place to like, to even embark on that journey, right? Like most of the times we
suppress it. Most people suppress it.
Yeah, most people suppress it and they avoid it, and they don't want to like get to that next level. And even I guess ultimately like a lot of this music stuff and like the art and whatever, like the Rajan and Bibi, it's like the goal ultimately always has been to kind of have this like to how do I say, like to essentially live your dream. Like, it sounds corny and cheesy, but like do not let the fire inside you die. Like don't someone else's opinion or someone else's like perspective on their life impact how you want to, like your, like if you have a song, or like if you want to be an actor, if you want to like, be an artist, or in anything in the creative, anything. Like oftentimes people put these like barriers, and I'm like, oh, I'm too old now, as I said myself. and or like this person's gonna judge me, or I know it may not be funny as this guy, or you know, like I know my mom wants me to do this, so I can't do it, or all these different things that we put on ourselves,
which are just
because
illusions.
You know, yeah. And at the end of the day, like if you feel like you want more in life, if you feel like you have something inside you, let it out.
You gotta get it,
dude. That was epic.
You gotta get it out.
It sounds like to me what you're saying is that for most men there is this idea of where we should be in life and what success looks like. But there also comes a point where you kind of accept that I am a work in progress, and actually most of my life I'm going to be a work in progress, and that's okay. And I'm just figuring this out as I go along. And it seems like you're much more comfortable with that.
Yeah.
And therefore you're enjoying it.
Had we talked? I was talking. Or had we talked like 2 years ago, or a year, like 3 years ago? Like I don't know if I would have any of the like
these insights.
Yeah, like I would just be like. Still like, yeah, I'm doing good at your challenger. It's great.
And who knows?
I don't know
what happens.
Whatever happens. Yeah.
Babbu again in the future, he might have a different outlook again.
Yeah. So again, like it's just like, man, life is such an interesting. Life is so interesting. It's very long and it can be very quick. And like if you're not doing what you like doing, you're gonna waste a lot of time hating it. Yeah. But you're gonna look back and be like, wow, that life went by so quickly, and I wasted most of my life doing something I had no passion for. And the one thing I'll say is that like in like 20 years time, if you put yourself in 20 years like and look back, are you going to regret not doing it because you know this person said, yo, don't do that for do shit, bro. The song's lassi. Have you heard the term lassi? People call a song lassi if it's not good. Like,
it's a flop.
We've heard zesty, but not
lassi. It means like it's like whatever. Like I'll get people like, oh, the song's lassi, and I'm like, I don't care what you say, right? Like I know what I want to do, and
I like lassi.
I feel this feels right to me. This feels good to me, and like if in like 20 years, if I look back, I'm like, why didn't I take that chance to like make music the way I felt right? You know, I would kick myself every single day like this.
And now you're not doing that. You're living.
So like when you put your back self now, like all right, you know, like there's no excuses to like. Not do something that you don't feel passionate about, right? Like,
and you're actively pursuing that. You're living your authentic self.
I feel great. Yeah, as I was saying, like the most creatively rewarding and fulfilling I felt. Obviously, there's ups and downs, and like things may not go the way you want it to. But at the end of the day, if you can go to sleep and like, you know what,
no regrets.
I don't regret it. That's a great feeling.
Well, I hope you don't regret this game that we're going to play with you right now.
So what's Jus Reign like? Hot or not? Is Jus Reign hot?
Is he hot? What?
Hot or not?
Jesus Christ. All right. Babbu, rank your memes. Ready? I'm going to show you a selection of your clips.
How do you want me to rank them? Like
blind. You got 8 clips.
Like is it like
rank them from 1 to 8? 1 being the best, 8 being the worst.
8?
It's a blind ranking, so 8 clips.
Oh, okay.
Number 1 is this.
Okay.
But you don't know which clip's coming next.
Okay, so I can't change. Okay, right.
Correct. Blind
so you can't change it.
Poor old Baba just walking around with a mop and an oversized cloak, wondering if the trade-off of coming to Canada was even worth it.
Did you never consider? Did you never consider breakdancing for that? Come on, man.
That's been a Rooney, man. I was thinking Booker T, man. That was so good. Remind him how many numbers, Indy?
You got 8.
Okay, I'll put that at 5.
Number 5.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
I've only done it once, so it's not like the top. It's not top 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ready? Next one.
I'm gonna put this at like 7.
7.
Yeah,
it's funny. That's Indy's favorite clip.
It's funny,
my
but
favorite one.
I mean, it's the same call uncle guy, right? Like, it's the swearing. I don't like the swearing.
You don't swearing guy.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
I damaged Jasmeet's arms that day.
I'm sure you did.
I feel like you did, Vajana.
Yeah. I'll put that at 4.
Oh, okay, all right.
See, for most people,
you know what's
that
funny,
is
right?
your
You don't actually know
goat.
what clips are coming next.
Yeah,
So
that's really interesting.
I might, the worst one might be number 1. ਜਦੋਂ ਸਿੰਘ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੀ ਕਦਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਤੱਕ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੇ ਤੱਕ
I think we can just treat everybody with respect because you know everyone's equal or whatever, right? So
ਸਿੰਘ ਤੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਫਲਾਸਫੀ ਛੱਡ ਦੇ
ਸਿੰਘ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਤੂੰ ਆਪ ਹੈ ਗਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਨਕਲੀ ਬਾਬਾ ਤੂੰ
ਆਪਣਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਸਾਲਿਆ ਕੁੱਤਿਆ ਤੂੰ
ਇੱਕ ਪਾਸੇ ਗਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਪਾਸੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
ਆਰਾਮ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤੂੰ
ਮੇਰੇ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਪਣੀ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਮਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਬ ਤੱਕ ਫੜ ਕੇ
if you just fix my car, I don't want to be a part of this fight.
2 ਘੰਟੇ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਸੀਗਾ ਸਾਲਾ ਕੁੱਤਿਆ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਚੱਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਆ ਜਾ So I did 5, I did 4, I did 7.
You've had 7 already.
Okay, I'll throw it at 6.
Okay. All right, throw it.
Cool. Yeah.
I think you better chill out.
Come on, no, let's go. Come, let's go.
Hey, uncle, man, I ain't trying to dance. Unless you're trying to tangle.
Let's go to 3 with that one.
Okay.
Sure. I think I've run out of numbers.
How many spots you got left?
3 more?
3 more, yep.
You got 3 more spots?
Yeah.
Girl, what makes you think I won't cut you? I'm gonna turn you into a banda right now.
Put that at 8.
Okay.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
Akaal!
I would, sure, I'll put that at 2. I would put that at 8, but
How many spots you got left?
You got 1 and 2.
sure, 2. Like I like that character. Don't get me wrong, but it's like just saying you're giving me the same thing. Give me some
But this
more.
is the thing. We did that on purpose because we wanted you to be like, oh, I feel like this is coming. We can't just...
New York,
Number 1, baby. It's the reason why I'm here.
Gaddi, yellow, cab, speaker on top of
That's number 1, baby.
I'm just going to say, there was another clip which is supposed to be in there, which didn't make the list. But when you at the cinema...
I couldn't trim it down to like a quick enough.
Oh, yeah.
Raju chocolate say, mummy said, that, with your toes. For me, that is.
I couldn't clip it to like a small length. That's why I can put it in.
I mean, like in that same grocery skit, we did that same character as
the shopkeeper. Yeah. Oh, the aisles and everything.
Yeah,
the bag
Raju.
Yeah. Mummy said chocolate, say Pepsi.
Dude, I don't
dude, it's so good. That's my favorite because it's like, it's someone. So you're obviously not speaking Hindi, right? But if we did speak Hindi, it'd probably sound like that, and it's so good.
Hindi's it's like, to me, I just like the Hindi I know is like from like 3 Bollywood movies I've seen, and
Kabhi Khushi Begum.
Kabhi Khushi Begum.
Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
Yeah.
Dil To Pagal Hai.
No, Mohabbat Hai.
Mohabbat Hai. Okay, that was close, man.
I think I've seen the other ones as well, but like
that era, Shah Rukh Khan era.
Yeah, those 3 are the ones I remember.
It was just adding "say" at the end of everything.
But it works so
It's
well.
like just having like a little
Would you change any of those rankings around?
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. It's perfect list. I wish you had more diverse clips because I feel like I've done a lot more random things.
I know.
That's all right.
But I chose this on purpose to trip you.
No,
up.
you didn't.
That's the fun of it.
You got lazy.
Dukhi banda.
Like, this video has 3. Let me just click. No, I'm kidding.
The other one that didn't make it was who you played in the Jago, the dad. Rodney.
That one's great.
I really like
Dude,
that one.
That one is like number 1, legit.
Yeah, he goes, Rodney.
Yeah.
Hey, we put the thing on the body.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, he's going through rigor mortis. Yes, rigor mortis. Like it
was really clever though.
Yeah, it was super funny. It's like,
you know, the horse bit the next day when that guy's there.
Yeah,
you're like, I had the horses back in Punjab. He's like, get over here, you.
But yeah, like that character where he's like, oh yes, he's like, oh, what did he say? He's like,
the drunk.
my condolences. He's like, oh yes,
congratulations.
My congratulations. Yes.
Yeah.
Like to me, that was like the funniest moment. Like he's walking in with mud shoes. And
Pain. Real pain.
In that scene, we cut it out, but I don't know. Like the Rodney guy, you know, he's the dog. He's like, "You might shut up, you."
Yeah.
I was in a dog costume and like barking.
Okay.
And then we cut it out. I think it just looked stupid, but like not a dog. It was like a bear. I think it was like a Rudolph costume.
You should have kept that in, man.
But I just think it was just too absurd and just me to cut it out.
But no, that Jago one was really good.
That was funny. That one was
really good.
Babbu, any final words for the camera?
Thank you for having me. I'm trying to be a real musician now, a real artist. My first album, Smile With Me, is out now. It's a musical journey that I've embarked on, and I truly feel happy that I created it. And listen to it if you want, but please listen to it.
Go and listen to it. He's been to Benji. Go and listen to it. It's in the comments below or in the description. Go check it out.
It's not lassi.
I don't care if people say that. I honestly don't.
I've never heard that saying.
I've given up on people.
But I'm going to take that saying going forward.
Yeah. Google it. I'm sure there's an explanation on like the term lusty of like, yeah.
But yeah. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for coming, bro.
Magical.
People, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Young man. Come, karo.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of the Indy and Dutch podcast. Please check out the rest of our episodes here. Don't forget to subscribe here, and we will see you guys on the next episode. Goodbye.